That's me at the cut-off point off of this dirt road. Potato Trail number 38. That should take me right through Withington Wilderness. I don't know what those them built. I'll have to have a look. I hope the toilets. I really need a toilet. That would be useful. Well, that didn't last long. There's a trail going down there, and this is really, really steep. This is zigzag for a long time, so I hope there is a trail, because beating your way down, hey, look, it is what it is though. Just get on with it. Well, that's where I'm headed. Look, right down there. There is a trail at the minute, by the way. So hopefully it'll be a trail all the way down. There might be blowdowns and stuff, I don't know. But anyway, I'm heading right down there. And then out into the desert. Look, hopefully it's only about 5 or 6 miles to get out of the wilderness, so I should be camping somewhere in the desert tonight. Those mountains in the distance, they are the Magdalena Mountains. Fred confirmed it for me. So I do have to get up and over those and down the other side, and it's a good bit of a walk into Socorro. But I'm getting there, I'm closing in. Well, there was a trail for a little bit, but that's unpetered out, so I've made my own way down. And I'm kind of deciding whether to drop into this old wash. I can probably climb down into it there, look, and then follow it down. The problem is it looks a bugger to get out of, and if I come to a blockage, then, well, I might have to climb all the way back up here to get out. One of the obvious dangers here is coming to one of these pour-offs in this drainage that I can't climb down. I've got to find a way out. And the other one obviously is trying to avoid landslides, because it's quite steep. And look at them down there. You don't want them coming down on the top of you, so I'll be treading carefully. My first water of the day. Yeah, it was about 13 miles from my last stop. But this is flowing really, really well to what it can do. So I'm expecting this to be going for quite some time. So I'm only going to take about 1 litre just to keep me going. And I'll be carrying about 2. And then when I come to leave, because there's another water source when I leave the wilderness, and it's only about 3 miles away, so I don't need to be carrying a ton. Like I say, I'll get 1 litre, and what I'm already carrying should be enough. Do you remember me mentioning the other day about seeing all the bear scat and all the seeds and stuff? I says they have juniper berries. These are them, look. Tons of them. This is an alligator juniper tree. Well, that's me leaving the Withington Wilderness. There wasn't a sign or anything. There was a bit of a broken down old barbed wire fence, but that didn't kind of twig. And then I've just walked, I don't know, 100 metres or so. And I saw that. That's cow cack, as you probably know. You can't have cows in wilderness areas, aren't allowed, so I know I was on private land again. So I'm heading for a place called Cooney Canyon. It's maybe a mile and a half, because Cooney Canyon's got a tank, water tank, so I'm hoping to get some water for there for tonight and tomorrow. I'll probably see you there. I don't really want to, but I think I might have to put the tent up. I don't like the look of those clouds, and they're coming this way. I might see if I can get another mile. What's new? Right, I found somewhere to camp. I think I've done the right thing. It's only about 6:15. I usually go till about 7. I'm about, maybe, I've packed in maybe an hour early, which is not a bad thing, because I've got to catch up on my my videos. I'm a bit behind with them. It's even darker over there, look. But yeah, I've dropped down into this little bit of a, well, I wouldn't even call it a ravine. That's where I'm headed, look, those mountains over there, the Magdalena Mountains, tomorrow. And this is my camp spot. I'm quite happy with it. It's nice and level. Pegs have gone in nice and firm. So yeah, I'm going to drop in there now, sort some of my videos out and get something to eat. I shall catch you tomorrow. I won't be stargazing tonight, I don't think. Good morning once again. It did rain last night. I've packed everything away. I've just got my my tent to pack down. That's roughly where I'm headed. Look, that's the Magdalena Hills, the Magdalena Mountains, sorry. I'm having an early one because I want to get to the top today. There's an observatory up there, and if it's not too windy, I'm going to camp somewhere up on the top. But it is a tall, it is a tall ask. It's a long way, and it's extremely steep. But we shall see. The sun not quite up yet, but it's a nice shot of the Magdalena Mountains. I'm hoping to be onto the top of that tonight. Oh dear, such hopes. Well, I'm about 2.5 miles in, and that's my first water source of the day. Now, I wasn't relying on that because it's usually dry. It's but as you can see, not this time. Now, there are a few more water sources a couple of miles ahead between here and me hitting the Magdalena Mountains, because this is cow country, the tanks. So if and one's a pour off, so if that's got water, they should have water, so I'll get some clearer stuff further up. Well, that didn't take long before the path disappeared. That's if there ever was one like that. I just followed a few cow trails. This is cow country, so I should be able to attach myself to a few cow trails to make it easier. Yeah, this is my second pour off in this dry creek. Bone dry. Hope that weren't a mistake, refusing that water back there. That's where I've just come down from. I'm about between 7.5, 8 miles, somewhere like that, in for the day, which is pretty good. And I saw that from up there, I thought, at last. But as you can see, damn thing's bone dry. So it's about 9:45. So I'm just having my first break. I'll have a quick biscuit and then I'm going to get off, because I do need some water. I need to find some water. And another one empty. Right, that's where I'm aiming, up there. You might be able to see the observatory on the top, I don't know. but I still need water, so I'm making my way down because apparently there is a cattle pond down there. So we shall see once more. Bingo! Now there's supposed to be another one in a couple of miles with better quality, but this doesn't look too bad to me. It's another cow pond, so it's going to be exactly the same as this, I would have thought. But anyway, I'm going to get a couple of litres here maybe and see what the next one looks like. See those mountains in the distance? I'm fairly sure, well I'm certain, that's the Withington Wilderness Mountains. I've literally traversed that right from the left all the way across and then dropped down. And then these mountains here, that's the Withington Wilderness. I didn't traverse the whole length of that, but near enough. Whew. Well, I'm about a mile from Mill Cabin Trailhead. I've been following this creek for, I don't know, quarter of a mile maybe. And this should run past the trailhead, so I'll water up there. Well guys, I don't know what to do. I've come across this cabin here, look. I mean, it's wrecked inside, don't get me wrong, but that one. Now, obviously there's no electric or anything daft like that. Well, let me show you inside. Now it's been spitting with rain the last 20 minutes or so, and it's pretty cold actually. My hands are cold now, and it's only what, just gone 5. So I was looking at camping. See this overhang, look. I was looking at just chucking my stuff down here and cowboy camping. But look what we got. I mean, it's a mess, and I'll tell you what, I have never seen mice droppings that big in my goddamn life. I don't know what the hell's dropped them. But I mean, it's a mess. I'm not trying to pretend that it isn't. Look, there's mice. Well, I think they're mice. Big full eyes. So I was within 2 minds. I thought, well, I can take these cushions out. I don't know if you can see anything. You probably can't see anything. Let me just get my torch out. It's not doing much. It's not dark enough. But look, an old bed. This'll do for me. I found an old brush in the corner, look, so I'm going to sweep all this mice shit off. Sweep it all down, then put my protective thing down, then put me... So that's where I'm sleeping tonight, on that. And the reason I'm sleeping in here, one, I'm only a mile short, literally, of what I wanted to do. I wanted 20 mile. And I'm a mile short of that, which is 19 mile, obviously. But it's over 1,000-foot climb. And like I say, it's been spitting with rain for the last 20 minutes or so. And I can hear the wind howling up there. I'm protected here because I'm in a really big, deep drainage. But I can hear the wind up the top, really. So if I get up at that top tonight, I'm going to have a really windy, cold night. Plus, I fancy sleeping in a haunted cabin. Right, I should catch you tomorrow. Well, hopefully. I don't know whether you can hear that, but it's just started to rain outside. Good decision by me. I've cleaned all this chair out as well. That's all been cleaned. I've cleaned all that. I've swept it all down because I found a little brush. But look at this, boys. Oh yeah, I'm having a cozy now. That is gorgeous. Right, that's me ready for bed. That's gonna glow all night. That is lovely and toasty in here. I've pushed my my chair up, look, so I keep my feet warm. It's been raining hard pretty recently. I'm glad I did this. There's my bed, look. Oh man, I'm going to be warm tonight. And I'm in no rush tomorrow. I've got a big stiff uphill for about a mile, and then it's nearly all downhill after that. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So I shall catch you tomorrow. Well, goodbye, strange cabin in the forest. I had a lovely, comfy, warm, cosy, dry night in there. Night did rain for a bit as well. Thank you very much. That's where I'm headed now, and I've got a big climb coming up. Well, that didn't take long. Welcome to my world again. Ugh. Look at all these deadfalls. Once again, guys, excuse the wind, but I've got no real choice. I've made the saddle. Just looking back, look, that's where I've come from, right down there. That's the Withington Wilderness in the middle of the picture now. To the left, that's the Apache Kid Wilderness. So I've traversed all the way from left to right, come down, gone down into that bottom, look, that deserty looking bit, up and over all that bumpy stuff, and then up here. Now this is where the trail splits. I can go that way to Magdalena, which is shorter, and that's the regular route, or I go that way to Socorro, which I've chosen to do. The reason I've chosen to do Socorro, well, there's only one reason. It's simple. If I go to Magdalena and Polvadera, when I come out of there, I've got to cross the Rio Grande. This is the trail junction where it splits, look. So I've also got to cross the Rio Grande when I go to Socorro. The main difference is, if I go to Socorro, I've got a bridge to cross the Rio Grande. If I go to Magdalena, I've got to wade across. Now, when I say wade across, I mean wade across. It's usually chest high. I've seen videos, the people that go across have to put the rucksack on the top of their head. But you've seen what it's like this year with water. That chest high is probably about 10 or 12 foot now, and I'm not taking that chance, because if it is that high, then there's a high water alternate, which basically brings you back down to the bridge that I'm going to cross over anyway. So I'm going to cut all that nonsense out. I'm going to Socorro because it's a bigger town as well. It's got everything in there by the looks of it, and it's about 30 mile from where I'm stood now, 30 trail mile that way looking east. So I'm following this ridge line now up towards South Baldy, and then I shall be heading east. I think I did the right thing staying in the cabin last night. There are a few decent looking spots up here, but it would have been windy and cold. Oh Jesus. What a great view, man. Well, my feet are absolutely freezing. I've had to kick snow holes back there and across there. Look, it looks like I've got the same to do because I'll be following this, I think. Beautiful though, isn't it? Man, I'm nearly at the observatory. This is not what I wanted. I'm about a quarter of a mile to go, maybe a bit further. God, this is steep. Well, this is where I leave the dirt road, and this is where I pick up the South Baldy Trail. Hopefully it is a trail. I mean, the North Baldy Trail was a trail, it was brilliant, except for the parts that were covered in snow, but at least I can feel my toes now. So I'm heading down now, let's see what we've got. That was a great trail. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. In fact, I enjoyed the North Baldy Trail this morning along the ridge. In fact, I enjoyed them all. They've all been good. Real fun. Real wilderness, real fun. Right, I'm following this dirt road now for a while, then I pick another trail up. Catch you in a bit. Look how clear that little pool is. It is fed from that end, look. Man, that is so clear. You can probably hear the creek just at the back of it. That'll last long after the creek dries up. Well, it's been thundering for a good bit. I mean, I can see through the trees, you might not be able to, but it's definitely coming down big time over there. But there you go, look. It's like, well, I don't know, it's like hailstone. It's like a cross between hailstone and snow, look. That little white snowballs. And there's a few of them now. Yeah. Not what I expected today, if I'm honest. I'm gonna have to get wrapped up here. Well, that's me leaving the Magdalena Mountains. That's just looking back to where I've just come from, right down that canyon. Absolutely loved it. Really, really loved it. There's a bit of rain falling over there, look, if you can see. Probably not. But I'm back out into this kind of stuff now. Flattish cow country. I've got a foot issue, so I'm going to have 10 minutes and try and sort that out. Well, I'm getting surrounded by these storm clouds. It's thundering again. Shows the wind. Big lump there, look. Some coming from over there. Oh well. That there, I believe, is a whip snake. And I literally put my foot about 3 or 4 inches in front of his nose. He never moved. I just thought it was a bit of old tyre or something. Then I just looked down as I'm walking past. Oh shit, that's a snake. Oh dear. Well, I don't know what you guys think, but I reckon that's one of the best camp spots I've ever had. What a cool place. I'm at a place called Box Canyon Recreation Area. And there's a few of these big cutouts. And that's going to be my view in the morning. Great stuff. Well, good morning. I just packed up from that lovely sleep I had last night. That was probably the warmest night I've had. I've got a road walk now. I'm just coming up to it's the main road. It looks quite busy actually. I have about 8 miles to go to get to Socorro. I haven't booked anything yet, but I'm looking at having 3 nights. I've got quite a bit of time until my flight. I've just sat and worked it out. So I'm probably going to have 3 nights. I've got a few things I want to sort out with my kit. But yeah, I've got a good 8 mile of this. It's not all main road. The main road, you follow the main road for a bit, then you cut off again. But basically, this is it. Hot food, shower, internet. Oh, I'm nearly there. Catch you in a bit. It's a bit drab and breezy again, guys, but here I go. Economy in. Hee-ha! 3 days, guys, 3 days. Right, I'm calling it here. Catch you later, boys and girls.